So now we are sitting on 14 volts. Slowly you can see that 14 amps. Slowly you can see that the current is going up. Give it a rev, a continuous rev, please. So we're trying to see if we can charge this battery quicker. You see now? He's revving 2000 RPMs. This battery has been sitting here for some time now. And remember, this is a diesel engine. I'll show you from a petrol engine as well. So this is a diesel engine. So I'll show you the difference. A diesel engine will have more current in the the alternator will be charging the battery using more current than a petrol would. What you don't want to see is for this current to remain high, like 20 something amps, 30 something amps. You don't want to see that. As the alternator charges the battery, the current should come down slowly. And then, because if it stays up, the problem is that it's going to fry the diodes in the alternator. Okay, it will fry the diodes in the alternator. So if I have 10 amps here for a diesel engine, I think I'm happy. Okay, even if it stays at 12 for some time, I'm happy. But I want to believe if we were driving this car, we would be seeing less. But we'll continue revving it anyway. I want you to keep an eye. This is one of the easiest way of testing the battery. The hidden secret with this kind of a test is that it shows me the readings that I'm looking at right now. If they stay high, what it tells me is that this battery here, okay, is that the battery has got high resistance. But if the battery doesn't have high resistance, you should see the current, that figure coming down slowly. Let's see where we are going to get to. You're sitting on 12 amps. That's a lot of current. But mind you, this is a diesel engine. And it's cold as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him to turn the headlights on. I want you to watch what will happen. Right? Do me a favor. Can you turn the headlights on, please? Put them on full beam. Come on. Right. Lights off. Just want to take all the loads off. So we've removed the lights now. Look at that. So the lights were causing the current to stay high because the headlights were on anyway. I thought maybe they were not, but they were. So the minute we turned off the headlights, we went to 11.8 and we should continue to drop. I want to believe that we should be able to get up down to 10 volts, 10 amps, sorry. Do you want to give it a rev again, man? Do not, don't put heating on or anything. Okay? Make sure everything is off. And this is the other thing that I want to mention. The reason why this is a stop-start battery. Okay? So the alternator would output, a lot of current. I'll take you to an ordinary battery, but first I want to show you a diesel engine, then I can show you a petrol engine. So let's be content with what we have at the moment. 11 point something amps. Okay, we have all the loads off, turned off, and we are getting 11 amps. So I'm gonna move on to a different car. I want to move to a petrol engine. Then you'll see the difference between a diesel and a petrol engine. Now I've come to a petrol engine. You can see that's about 13 amps. So now the engine is running, going down to 8 amps. You see how fast a petrol engine will drop down. Guys, don't turn anything on, please. Look at how fast a petrol engine goes down. We're sitting on 7 now. From 13 straight to 7, 6.8. Yeah, that's okay. Don't keep on zooming. So we're sitting on 6. We should go down 5 point something. Maybe show the battery as well, the type of a battery here. That's the battery that we are using here. Okay. And we're sitting on 6 amps. So petrol engines will drop down quickly. Okay. They are very light engines. This is a small engine. And you can see that the alternator is not struggling to charge. 5.7. So remember what I said when we were on a diesel car, is that you do not want this current to stay high, because if this current is going to stay high, let's say we started at 13, you don't want to run the engine for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you're still sitting on 13. Something is wrong when you see that. You run the engine 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you're sitting on 12. Something is wrong when you see that. You just want to see a good drop as the engine continues to, to run. You want to see that current going down and down, because now this battery, where is the current going to? It is going into the battery. So the battery is being charged well. We are replenishing what went out to the starter motor when we started the engine. That's what we are replenishing. So it gets to a point when this battery has enough current. Okay, and at the moment we don't have any loads that are on. So 5 amps, we can drop to 4 amps. I have seen some of the vehicles come down right to 2 amps. See, so what I'm going to do, I want to have a collection of videos where I take specific makes and actually map them down. We are sitting on 4.9 now. Really map them so that we can have a benchmark to know that this type of a vehicle needs so much of current when it's running, when it's idling. So when we come to a point when that current is going to be at the same level, it's going to be continuous, I'm going to ask for the person who is on the driver's seat to put one of the loads on. I'll ask them to turn the lights, but for now I just want to see. Don't turn the lights on for now. Oh dear, good God. We just want to see how low we are going to go on current. I hope you are enjoying this video. This is a good test. This is more than just sticking a voltmeter. This tells me more. It actually tells me what's happening inside in terms of resistance, because what people don't know is that these batteries, they have resistance. Okay, once they start to develop resistance, if you were to have that sitting at 20 right now, let's say 20 or 15 amps continuously, let's say 5 minutes sitting on 15, what is actually happening is that this battery has now developed high resistance. It is becoming a big consumer of electricity. So the alternator is forced now to continuously meet the need that is now created by the resistance that is in this battery. And that causes the alternator to overwork. And when an alternator is overworked, it starts to, the diodes at the back of the alternator, they start to heat up. they start to, melt the plastics, and then you get this smell coming out of the alternator, and then the next thing you'll find the alternator is not charging. So that's the culmination of it if current remains high. But when I've done this, I'm actually doing so many tests. One, I'm checking my alternator. Two, I'm checking the health of the battery. So I'm doing more things in with one test. But if I come with a voltmeter here, yes, I can check and see that the alternator is charging, but I don't know what's happening with the battery. All right. So this is a good wee test. I hope you are going to enjoy this. So this is James from Jamro's Electronic Solution, and please consider subscribing and also share these videos with your friends. And remember to, if you enjoy, please hype the video. If you do enjoy the content, hype the video, because that helps me a lot, because YouTube is going to hype the video and send it to so many people. And the other thing is, watch out for the next video. I'm going to do a voltage test after this one. I want to show you how to use a multimeter. I've shown you how to use a current clamp, but now I'm going to move to a multimeter. I bow out.